Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We're here, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, for the 12th and final episode of Arpeggio of Blue Steel. Now, we saw the American, I think, fog in the at the end of the previous episode, moving in like a ton of them. So another crisis that the 401 has to deal with after coming off the stuff with Congo, after coming off the stuff with the 400 and the 402. They have this now, and also Congo is back in action apparently with this giant like death ball sphere. I don't know, composed of a bunch of ships. I don't know what the heck it is, honestly. It just looks freaking. Obviously, it's massive, but it looks like catastrophic, like destructive as heck. And she was saying, "I'm gonna be the one who destroys the 401. I'm gonna be the one who takes care of them." So, I mean, to go to these lengths, though, to these measures, like, oh my God, like what the heck's about to happen in this final episode? What are they gonna leave us off with? We'll find out in this episode, obviously. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get into it, everyone, and see what we got. We're starting at the very beginning, 0 seconds, and we're going to hop into this in 3, 2, 1, play. No OP. I would assume, man, that means more content for us. Good. But yeah, it was like this giant sphere. I don't even know what to really call it. Like, is it a ship? I don't think it's a ship. I mean, the signal, the symbols, and all that are there, so it is kind of like a unknown object or unknown affiliation. It's Congo, yeah, but it's like composed of just a bunch of. I don't even know. That's not a battleship. It's definitely not a battleship. Looks like she's readying up a cannon to fire at him, like off the rip, does it not? Or detecting Maya. So this is composed of like Congo, Maya. There's no signal from Maya, but probably a bunch of other ships and who knows what else. Who knows what's been absorbed? But they've all been absorbed and turned into parts for this death sphere. And whatever, that's what I was saying. Whatever Congo's, became behind them, they have that. And then look how many forces they have from the American fleet, man. Like, what the hell? This is just one crisis after another. That's what I was saying. She was like readying up a cannon to fire at him off the rip. Dude, this is like. This is unlike anything we've saw before. This is bad. This is bad. I would say the American forces are the least of their worries right now. Even though there's a lot of them, but Congo's just not herself right now. She's lost it. Oh my God. Jeez. She's gonna wipe all them out. At this point, all those American forces lost. Like, dude, this is literally like if a black hole or like a planet or like a supernova or something like that. You know, like when they blow up or whatever. Like it's like what this is. She obliterated them all. She wants no more abnormalities with the fog. The power to open a path. She's not even giving the American fog like a chance to interact or come against the 401. As we just saw, she destroyed all of them. She is not herself right now. She is not. I don't even know if I'd want to talk to her right now, Yona. Like this, she's the state she's in is scary. She did say she wanted to be the one to deal with them. Sacrifice them to avoid creating more errors. That's what I was saying. But why, like, is it really right calling them heirs because of how they're starting to interact with humans and become one more with humans? Like, is that really good to call them heirs? They're all here talking to her, not just Iona. You are no longer of the fog. That's why she said you and me. I don't know. There's no stopping her right now. See what I mean? There's. Well, they don't have to deal with the American forces right now, but even like I said, this right now is way more threatening than those American ships. It'll destroy her eventually. She intends to kill herself anyway. Wow. Just to potentially get rid of them. She doesn't care if she dies as long as she takes the 401 with them, man. That's what it's came to. She is like, I like it though. Like I like it, but it's so scary, man. Like seeing her in this state. She's gonna fire another one, and we saw what that first one did. Dude, every time she loads one of these up, man, I start like getting scared. I swear, man. Yeah, because we have one of our own. We have one of the super gravity cannons, obviously as well. But she loaded up another one like that quickly, man. And they're gonna fire theirs right back. Jeez. I would hate to be on one of these ships right now. I'd hate to be in this vicinity. I would probably be gone. But dude. Oh, they concealed themselves? Like in the midst of the them using the cannon like that? When that was all like, oh, I can't even show the freaking Klein field during that, like, two super gravity cannons of that caliber colliding in just like shaking the whole freaking world, probably, man. It's probably saying they can't go back now. Yeah, they can't quit now. Oh yeah, there's no going back. There's no quitting. What's gonna be the plan though, or what's gonna be the what's gonna be the strategy? Yona, I'll go persuade Congo. Now she's already tried this. They just tried to talk to her again, but before obviously Yona was talking to her. Oh, Hyuga's, Hyuga's gonna do this though, even though like she really doesn't want to, like she can't resist. Especially if Iona's like, really, I want you to help me. her heart, man. Yeah, her mental state. Facts. That got Taka a little a little riled up as just judging from her reaction. But is there really any like I want to believe I think eventually Congo will come around, but because she already has changed technically, right? Like she's went against the code. So I feel like there is a chance, but so she's going directly in there, huh? And this is Iona's plan, by the way. This is not Gunzo's plan. All she needed was the order, though. So they're gonna go. They're gonna go directly. They're gonna disengage Iona, excuse me, and they're gonna try to get her into direct, like contact or direct. Huh. I hate that, man. That shit gives me nightmares. Just thinking of Maya and the carnivals. 512 missiles. And she's gonna fire another one. This is the third one now, dude. My goodness. Dude, like, what a spectacle, you know? Like, this is just. Oh. 1 second. Oh, shit. This is bad. So is Iona in that torpedo? She has to be, right? Yeah. So Taka's taking control. Hiroshima! Damn. If this ain't the most ballsy like strategy they've had yet, right? Like the tactic. Jeez. Yeah, Iona has to be in there. She's in one of these damn torpedoes. There she is. Yeah, yo. Holy shit. Man, they said 512. It's probably exceeded that by now. Yo, look at Iona, man. She's jumping on the freaking missiles, yo. Holy. You see how many of them there are, too? Damn. She got to her. She's like, oh. Oh. Is this like her, like a giant sword? I mean, or something, you know? Maybe not a sword, but she just used that or summoned that like it was nothing. Like, what are these? I don't even know. It doesn't seem like a giant sword when she holds it though, like in her hand like that. Man, she's hitting her with everything. There's no opportunity to talk or no like. Oh. Whoa. I don't know what just happened or what's happening. Is that Congo? Don't come. Oh, that goes with the 400, the 402. Yeah, like with that and oh, aw. Okay, now we got like this. It's kind of weird not seeing ships fight, but it's still cool. Like I never thought we'd see a fight like this, or just a interaction like this happen in the series. She's like destroying her own ship, is she not? At this pace, like look at her. I mean, even before Iona got here, she was kind of. They were saying it would only be a matter of time until she destroyed herself. Yeah, which is true. What is it gonna take to get to her? Or like what? Like to. See what I mean? Like I never thought we'd see a fight like this. Even though Iona's not fighting, but I feel as though I'll be crushed by the anger and grief. Maya, Iona's barely like. You saw those tears? Were those tears coming from Congo's eyes? I think they were. Oh no. Another one. Oh, she's trying to take her and herself and Iona out with this. Oh no. No, 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 no. And then they come with their own. The will. The will. The will. When they were on the ship earlier, the will. 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 It's probably GG now. Oh my god. But she already has changed. She's telling herself that, but wow. Damn. Poor Congo. Ah. All that emotion she showed right there, like that's what it's about. That's that's it. Dude, look at all that falling into the ocean, man. That was beautiful though with Iona and Congo right there. Look at Hugo. That was definitely a ballsy strategy, man. And that was Iona's idea. So, like Congo and Iona, man. She finally came around, or who would have ever thought? It's still difficult for me to accept right now. There you go. Aw, you love to see it. You gotta love to see it. My own will, my own thinking, my own feelings, my own emotions. I'm free. I feel yeah. Oh, they reached San Diego and they delivered the warhead. Yep. Good English too. Who's ever speaking? I don't know if that was a Japanese man, but did a good job speaking. Taka jumped on Gunzo. So wait, they got Taka's model back? That's what that seemed like to me. Congo's changed. She's a new, she's a new girl. She's a new ship. I love how Yoda's just straight up. You look pathetic. The world will change as a result of this. I definitely see that happening. Yeah, I wouldn't say fully. I wouldn't say fully though, because I still feel like there's going to be problems. But even if that involves other, human versus humans, or humans versus the fog, or whatever, man, I still don't think that's it. Um, but wow, what an epic conclusion, right? I mean that fight with Congo in the 401, man, and the super gravity cannons and that freaking huge sphere made up of Maya and who knows what else, a bunch of other ships, and we saw everything falling off of it. Like that thing was just made up of so much shit, including obviously Congo's ship, but like that thing was unreal, and the fight was unreal. Just the visual spectacle it was, and the mass firing of missiles, torpedoes, the gravity cannons. Man, it was great. Um, so that was I love that about it. But then also the the big thing, obviously, in the end is getting Congo to come around and essentially saving her because she was going to kill herself, take Iona along with her, and that would have been it, right? But Iona's plan in the end did work, which it's kind of funny how, well, not really funny, but I just find it kind of cool, I guess, or fascinating that because Gunzo's usually the one who comes up with these plans or what they do with their strategies, but this was Iona's idea in her own kind of will, and that was a big theme with this. I mean, just this series in general, but this final episode and how each of the fog have become and have opened up to more like human emotion, interactions, and feelings, and coming to understand, like as the humans are trying to understand the fog in this series, the fog coming to understand the humans. So I really like that kind of unique dynamic that this series has. Um, and it really was on full display here in the final episode. That's for sure. So, which we were seeing Congo, like maybe not in a positive way, but just those negative emotions, right? That's still what makes someone kind of human, right? Those qualities. So even though she was like pissed, that still was a sign of change for the viewer and for the others as well, because she was already kind of changing these past couple episodes that we've been seeing. So, I mean, even the scene on the beach that we had a couple episodes ago, that too, like there's been little signs of her changing, but like that all kind of came out, in this final episode, and Iona did it, which I did not expect that to happen at all. Like her directly being sent to face to face with Congo like that, and her not manning the ship, right? Like that was like I did not expect them to go that way with it, but it was epic, um, really epic, emotional as well. But in the end, all good, right? For now, because I definitely feel like Gunzo said, this is going to change the world for the better in a positive way. But I still feel like that's not it, right? There's whether it's like I said, whether it's human versus human, or humans versus more of the fog, or whatever the case may be. I still feel like this is not it. Which there is more content to cover in the series, obviously, which leads me to the whole movie thing. I don't know when I'm honestly going to be doing the movie thing. You guys are gonna have to let me know down in the comments first off. Like I know the first movie has like recap, but then there's also new material. I don't know exactly where the new material starts, or like how it is or anything. I haven't looked into the movies at all yet. Honestly, I think there's two of them. But like with movie reactions, I like with series reactions, one episode, 20 minutes. I can promise that, and I try to stick to the schedule as best as I can. I can promise that like once every week. But for movie reactions, if they're like 2 hours, hour 30 minutes, 2 hours long, I just can't really promise those things on an exact date. So I'm not gonna like promise you guys a date or say that there's gonna be a reaction for the movies coming like next week or anything like that. I honestly don't know when I will get to that. I do want to get to it, but I'm just not sure when that will be. So definitely let me know down in the comments. So like the first movie, because I think it's the first movie that's the recap. Let me know, like, is there actually like a decent good chunk amount of new material in the first movie. Like, would it even be worth reacting to? I think the second movie is all new material. I think. I don't know if it's a direct sequel. I only really want to watch. I mean, I guess I would only really want to react to it if it was like direct sequel content after this. If it's like a side story or something. I don't know if I'd really want to make a reaction for it on the channel. But if it's like direct sequel material to this, where we left off right here, then I definitely would want to like do a reaction over it eventually. I'm just not sure when that time's going to be. So yeah, man, the series as a whole, though, because I mean, I guess it isn't over yet because there's still more I have to watch, apparently. But from these 12 episodes from the TV series, man, um, the biggest comparison I've been saying throughout this is like Space Battleship Yamato, but in the water. I mean, especially with the just with the ships and them attacking each other, the large scale kind of weaponry and beams and yeah, I love that kind of stuff, man. And that was on display here in this series, but also a lot of the characters I really did enjoy. I like the whole. I kind of touched on this earlier, but I do like the whole thing of one group trying to understand the other that are kind of different, right? And then vice versa, like with the fog and the humans, and the humans and the fog, whatever you want to say. I really liked what they did with that in this series. A lot of cool moments, cool character moments, some good action. The CG, really impressed by it, honestly. It wasn't like, I think I've talked about this before as well. I've talked about a lot of these things already, but I mean, really all that just summed up into one, man. The CG also really impressed me. Kind of reminds me of like a Babuki Baranki kind of case, where like I'm not gonna say this is probably the best CG animated show I've saw, but it's up there. It's up there, man. It does a lot of things to be unique and stand out on its own. There are some things that aren't totally unique about this series, but there are definitely some things there that you're not going to find in a lot of other, anime or manga, whatever you want to say. So I do appreciate that this show for that as well. And I mean, yeah, that's really all I can think of. All I really want to say off the top of my head right now. I kind of went into it quite a bit, I would say, but this was just a epic finale and a pretty fun series, I gotta say, for the most part. I would probably give this. Honestly, I feel like an 8 out of 10 or so would be fair. Um, I feel like, I don't know. I want to see what happens after this. I hope the other movies that are out or whatever are direct sequels to this, because I do want to do reactions to them, and I feel like that stuff afterwards, especially with how this season left off, like the stuff that comes after this, could really bump this up maybe to like an 8.5 or maybe even a 9 for me. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm kind of like in the 7.5 to 8. I would say 8. I'm in that range, but I'll say an 8 out of 10 right here for the TV series. So pretty good stuff. Cause an 8 to me, like I know my rating system is a lot different than a lot of your guys's, but I go by like percentages. So like an 80%, like an 8 out of 10, 80%, like for me that would be like a B grade. So I mean that's good. That's good in my opinion. So not necessarily like a masterpiece or one of the best things like I've ever watched, but it definitely stands out in a way compared to a lot of the other shows I have watched. So that's what I would say about it in terms of like my rating or my thoughts on it, because I know you guys like the whole rating kind of thing. So yeah, that about does it though. I want to thank you guys for joining me for my reactions of Arpeggio Blue Steel. May not be over yet, depending on what you guys say about the movies and if they're actual sequel material and like how long they are and all of that. So this may not be it for it on the channel. There may be more stuff coming. We will see what happens with that though. But it's been a fun little series, I gotta say. So thank you, Pimer, one of my patrons, for the recommendation for this series. Yeah, I know you were showing me some of like the ship you had, like the model for it. Which when you showed me that, I was like, oh man, that is that is sick. To like, I would like to have something like that. Honestly, like I'm just a big fan of like the giant mechs, giant ships. Just I'm a big mech head. Whether it's like robots or just the mechanical way of things are designed, like I could go on and on and on about it, honestly. But when you showed me that, I was like, man, I would love to have something like that because it looked pretty big from what you showed me. So definitely big shout out to Pimer for being a patron and for the recommendation of the show, because it was something a little unique to throw in there, right? From the shows that I've been watching on the channel to kind of mix things up a bit every week that I've been watching it. So it's been a nice little change of pace and kind of reminded me of like a Babuki Baranki and Space Battleship Yamato type of deal, which is a good thing. Is a good thing. So yeah, that about does it. I think I might have already said it, but I hope you guys did enjoy my reactions over Arpeggio Blue Steel. If you did enjoy them, make sure you drop a like on the videos in the playlist. And also, if you enjoyed this reaction to the finale, drop a like. And now I'm going to stop talking, get out of here, and I'll see you all in the next video, everyone. Thank you for watching once again. Peace out.